The title of this talk is The Cultivation of Triangles in Qigong Practice. When preparing this talk, I found a lot of interesting triads related to Qigong, which I would like to introduce to you. So here is the table of contents with the most interesting trinities in Qigong. 3 forms of Qigong, threefold Qi, 3 pillars of Qigong, 3 treasures of Qigong, threefold soul concept, the threefold Tao, the spiritual Qigong, and 3B. So let us first consider what Qigong actually is. Many people have heard about yoga, but Qigong is not yet well known. Just as the term yoga is mainly associated with physical exercises and less with the yoga system as a whole, the same applies to Qigong. Many people are familiar with images of group exercises in parks. There are 3 basic forms of Qigong: moving, meditative, and still exercises. Qigong is much more than just practicing for physical health care. It is a 7,000-year-old method that seeks to regulate and harmonize the constitution of body, soul, and spirit through a specific work with energy. Qigong is also used as a therapeutic treatment in traditional Chinese medicine. It is a gentle technique to strengthen the body's vitality, to cure certain illnesses, and it can even prolong the lifespan. This development process not only stimulates the self-healing powers, but it also activates the awakening and further development of consciousness on a higher level. It can promote the ability to connect the microcosm with the macrocosm and bring them back into a harmonious resonance. Practicing in groups creates strong energy fields, and the effects can be further enhanced by having people line up in geometric formations. Daily practice is very important in Qigong, as this is the only way to achieve lasting results. The threefold Qi. The Chinese character for Qi changed over the centuries. The original or first known symbol is threefold and stands for the 3 energies, Yang, Yin, and their relationship within the human being. In the course of time, the symbol was increasingly adapted to concrete thinking, and the character in use today emphasizes more the nourishing function of Qi and its effect on a material level. According to Taoist ideas, the world arose from the original Qi, Yuan Qi, in which Yin and Yang were still mixed. Heaven and earth only formed through the separation of the One. What Yang Qi received rose bright and clear and became heaven. What Yin Qi received became dark and heavy and sank to the earth. And what Yin and Yang received in fair and balanced amounts was a human being in between. The symbol for this is the 3 horizontal lines. In Qigong philosophy, body and soul are seen as a unit. Qi flows through the energy channels of our body, the meridians, and connects all the body cells with each other, and, according to Chinese belief, it connects also body and soul. Qi is within and around us. There is a constant exchange taking place, regardless of whether we are aware of it or not. Qi can be described as a life energy that is present everywhere, and because Qi follows attention, we can consciously direct it through the practice of Qigong. According to traditional Chinese medicine, the causes of all physical complaints lie in the fact that the qi has become ill or poisoned. In everyday Chinese language, the term qi is widely used to describe physical, emotional, and mental states, for example. It is also used in the arts and for natural phenomena. There are 3 pillars of Qigong: movement, breathing, imagination. The training of body, breathing, and mind is the basis of all Qigong practice and applies to both beginners and advanced practitioners. It means the harmonious connection of the 3 pillars of Qigong: movement, breathing, and imagination. This actually sounds much simpler than it often turns out to be in practice. People in the West, in particular, with their modern way of life, often have great difficulties at the beginning in calming down and freeing themselves from everyday impressions. Physical relaxation is often lacking, and for many people, the imagination is not that easy to activate. While the physical exercises focus on movement and the conscious control of qi, in the more advanced stages, when soul work and spiritual development play a greater role, meditation and silent exercises are also practiced. There are different methods to activate the flow of qi. First, consciously directing the qi through attention and imagination. Second, allowing the inner qi to flow freely, whereby so-called spontaneous movements can take place. The qi then moves the body from within. These spontaneous movements often indicate that the qi is in the process of dissolving a disturbance or blockage in the system, and, third, a mixture of these 2 methods to varying degrees. There are 3 treasures of Qigong: Qing, Qi, and Shen. The doctrine of the 3 treasures is a very old concept in Chinese health teaching derived from Taoist philosophy. The ancient sages were aware of the energetic side of existence, and their lives were focused on cultivating and maintaining this energy. For them, health was based on 3 energies or basic substances known as the 3 treasures: Qing, Qi, and Shen. They can generally be translated with the terms essence or life essence for Qing, power, life energy or subtle breath for Qi, and spirit, mindfulness or spirit heart for Shen. However, it is always emphasized that it is impossible to convey their full meaning through Western language, but at least it gives us an idea of what is meant. The 3 dantians, the 3 treasures, have their counterpart in the human body in the 3 dantians, the so-called elixir fields. The upper, middle, and lower dantians are located in the head, chest, and lower abdomen. They are energy centers in the body that have a special relationship to the energy circuit and also serve as a reservoir for qi. The first treasure, Qing. Commonly referred to as the essence of the body, Qing is considered to be the primordial energy substance that gradually depletes throughout lifetime, causing us to age and eventually die. Qing gives our bodies form and substance. Taoists strive to preserve Qing in order to achieve longevity. When practitioners learn to strengthen Qing, they can build a solid foundation for health and powerful inner development. However, if a person wastes the Qing by living an uncontrolled life without restraint and moderation, the proverbial oil in the lamp or the wax in the candle will quickly burn up and lead to poor health, exhaustion, and rapid aging. The second treasure, Qi. Qi is the invisible life form, the vital force behind all transformative processes in life. The focus is on the cultivation and development of this substance. All movements and transformations in the universe and in the human body occur through Qi. Our life depends on Qi, and our health depends on the quality of Qi. A harmonious, healthy, and strong flow of Qi can be achieved through the cultivation of breath, mind, and Qigong practice. The third treasure, Shen. Shen means spirit, spirit heart. Shen is actually the basis of our existence. It is said to appear soon after conception and leaves the body after death. Every person has his or her own Shen, which is one with the global Shen. Shen can be compared to a divine mission that descends on earth and inhabits the physical body. Shen is eternal, indestructible, and immortal. Shen likes peace and tranquility. It likes a calm heart. The ancient Taoists showed a way to merge with the Shen by following the Tao, or the natural order of things, without interfering with the course of things. This is the so-called Wu Wei. Qing, Qi, and Shen always work as a whole. They cannot be separated from one another. However, a distinction is helpful for our understanding of their roles and functions. A significant statement from ancient scriptures is as follows. Shen arises with Qi. Qi arises with Qing. Qing can generate Qi. Qi can generate Shen. If the body is without Shen, it cannot generate Qi. If Shen is without Qi, it cannot generate Qing. If Shen and Qi are without bodies, they cannot stand. Qing, Qi, and Shen need each other. The threefold soul concept, Ling, Hun, Po. Although there is a lot of talk about the unity of body, soul, and spirit in Qigong, deeper work on the soul is rarely found. The purification and cultivation of the soul aspect is called Shulyan. Following the Shulyan path means developing your thinking, speaking, and behavior step by step to be more compassionate, tolerant, and helpful. The Chinese soul concept and its various aspects is very interesting and profound. I will describe the doctrine of the soul in more detail here because it is so tangible and easy to imagine. Ling. Ling is regarded as the entry and exit point, the breathing organ for the Han aspects, and holds a kind of protective shield over them. Ling and Han are connected by meridians. Opening our heart to compassion and gratitude means opening the Ling. The Ling can be transformed into a celestial Ling through a high moral level. Han. The Han aspect is located in the liver. It is also threefold. Yuan Shen. This is considered to be the oldest and largest part of the soul and forms its foundation, so to speak. It is the original soul that comes from the divine, our divine spark, our soul essence. It corresponds to the higher self. It can be reborn again and again, and due to its past lives, has several shells in which a person's karma is stored. If the old soul shells can be completely purified and discarded, the Yuan Shen can reunite with the universe and end the cycle of reincarnations on earth. Yin Shen. It has the task of distributing energy throughout the body. It serves as a database for this life and is responsible for how much energy a person receives. Every thought, every word, and every deed, whether positive or negative, is recorded by the Yin Shen. After life, the Yin Shen returns to the universe with these data. There are different opinions as to whether the young Yin Shen can leave the body during lifetime or not. Yang Shen. In every incarnation, we have a new Yang Shen, which represents the connection between our physical body and the soul. A Yang Shen is only with us for one lifetime and looks like us. It is this part of the soul that can escape from the body during shock-like experiences. This results in symptoms such as inner restlessness, anxiety, nervousness, and an inability to make decisions. People with a lack of Yang Shen have a lot of problems in life. Po. In addition, there are the 6 or 7 soul parts called Po, which are located in the lungs, 4 on the left and 3 on the right, symbolized by the tiny house, 4 and 3. Like the Yang Shen, they are not reborn. People who are physically very weak only have 6 Po parts. Po is regarded as a kind of body soul. It supplies the body with energy. The spiritual path of Qigong, the threefold Tao. It is very difficult to describe this path, and Lao Tzu says in the Tao Te Ching about the Tao. The Tao that can be described with words is not the true Tao. But we can increase our understanding by looking at some of the requirements of this path. The basis is the cultivation of the heart and unconditional love, unity consciousness, the combination of spiritual knowledge with practice through service and meditation, to name but a few. The aim of firm below, light above is practiced here at a very high level. It means being firmly anchored to the ground while the mind is free and empty. To achieve this, the energy of all 3 treasures is stored in the lower dantian. The levels of this Taoist practice could be described as follows. At the current level, overcoming reincarnation and fear of death through enlightenment. On the higher level, immortality of the spirit and life after death. And on the highest level, immortal spirit in an immortal body. The 3 B. B means to avoid, to no more do something specific. It is said that 3 things are avoided when this path is realized. Bigu Fuchi. This means avoiding gross food. It means living on light, or some call pranic food. There are different levels from little food and drink to no physical food at all. Then Bi Shui Gong. This means avoiding, or the translation is avoiding sleep. This is said to be the continuity of consciousness. And Bi Qigong is translated with avoiding breathing. And then it is said that the whole body breathes and that there is also a kind of fatal breathing through the navel chakra happening. And we should bear in mind that they are only effects and do not represent a goal per se. Rather, they are the side effects of an intensive practice that lifts a man beyond the human realm into higher realms of being. Wenzhou, Berlin, Taiwan. When spiritual Qigong, e.g. Falun Gong, was banned in China in the 1990s, a large movement to the West began. During this time, 2 Chinese sisters and Qigong masters from Wenzhou came to Berlin and founded a Qigong school there. In addition to exercises for health, special attention was paid to soul work and spiritual development. They have the special gift of explaining great wisdom in a simple and very loving way. This school has existed for 25 years and has continued to develop. A few years ago, the 2 Qigong masters followed an inner call to bring soul and spiritual Qigong back to Asia. They decided to offer such seminars in Taiwan. It became apparent that there was an enormous demand, and they are currently constantly expanding their offering in Taiwan. People are very grateful that their own culture, enriched with a wealth of experience from the West, is being brought back to them in a new way. By this, Qigong is constantly evolving and opening up new paths. Perhaps one day even back to mainland China, and thus complete another triangle. Thank you very much for your open heart and open mind.